We're live once again. On a Sunday afternoon? What? Who's working? We ain't like that Olympian back in the day who had that race. And they were like, you gotta race on Sunday. And he was like, nah, I gotta go to church. We ain't like that though. We go to church in the morning time and do our prayers at night. But in the middle of the afternoon, we hear podcasting. The preacher said, where them fools at? And I say, Mar Vista, California. And the preacher goes, where's that? And I said, it's kind of this weird like no man's land in LA, kind of like near Santa Monica, but not Santa Monica, and not West LA, but kind of West LA. And the preacher goes, you can't come back to this congregation. And I say, please, Pastor, please. He says, the only way you can do that if you sing, Pastor, sing. So that's what we're doing now. We're singing with our words, being creative. Giving back what God gave us, that eternal bit of creativity, that sunshine, that voice, that humor, that passion. Damn, did I just become a black pastor right there or what? Dude, I'm ready to preach.
I love that Marvel movie, Black Pastor.
Oh, yeah, dude, absolutely.
Great superhero.
Great superhero. I mean, he just saves the world in a three-piece, with a fucking pocket square.
Just hurling Bible verses.
Just killing, slaying evil with Corinthians.
Ooh, he could sharpen up the side of his crucifixes like ninja stars. He's
stabbing you with the 12 apostles, if that's even a thing. Was there 12? There's 12 commandments also.
10 commandments.
There's 10. Damn, I need to brush up on my catechisms. What a weird thing is making a little boy and little girls learn catechisms, Like, not only, do you not really know who you are at that time, but then they really, really, really rail you on that. Like, okay, what did God say to Joseph after dinner? And you're like, trick question.
It was after brunch.
It was after brunch.
Hey, what's your name, man?
Oh, hey, we just have so much fun. Guys, this is my Tight Hamstrings. I am Graham Rogers, and with me, as always, is the very sexy Gerard Bauer.
What's up?
Yeah, we in here, dude. I'm fresh off that wedding weekend, man. I was a best man at a friend's wedding, and dad gum, dude. I ate so much food this weekend. It was amazing, dude. So Friday night, listen, we had the rehearsal dinner. And listen, like, I understand that we're all on a budget in some sort. But, hey, if you're going to have a wedding in mid-August in L.A., put it in, do it indoors where there's AC. Because, dude, like, it was outdoor wedding in 100-degree weather in suits. Most of the groomsmen, not me, were, how do you say it? Overweight, not healthy, could not deal with sunshine and standing up. Those two things are killers. If you're out of shape and you lock your knees and you're listening to ceremony, dude, you're donezo. That's a heart attack waiting to happen, because not only are you not used to standing, but you're not used to hearing lovely things because you're overweight and you're sad, right? So it was a progression of just sweat, okay? We had sweat rags. That's how hot it was outside. And like when you dry your face off and then you got to put the sweat rag back in your pockets, that's damp pockets. That bleeds through to your fucking hamstrings right there. That's uncomfortable. Then you want to dance up on a girl, and she goes, did you pee yourself? And you say, no, that's just my sweat towel.
That's my sweat rag, baby.
And that doesn't help your situation at all. So on Friday night, we were out for the rehearsal dinner, okay? And
you're here in town, Los Angeles?
We're here in Los Angeles. This is one of my best buddy Alex's wedding. Alex is Asian, so it was an Asian wedding, which is really exciting because I've never been to a wedding before, so nonetheless Asians. So it was like a lot of new things. You had Asians here, wedding here, bam, they came together, and my head exploded. So we're at dinner at this Japanese restaurant, and it was happy hour. We had the rehearsal dinner during happy hour because they are poor and that's how they could afford to feed us, which respect, you gotta do what you gotta do. It was delicious. It was amazing. So
are they both Japanese?
They're Korean. They're Korean. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, they're Korean. Yeah. And so you know how like when you're part of a wedding, there's always that little time where you try to figure out who is single, who's not, who maybe like is down to get that, to catch a case of D syndrome, and the guys are wondering like, how can I maybe contract like a V. So we're at a table, we're eating food, gorging ourselves off happy hour prices. And I'm sitting across from these two lovely ladies, okay? They're from Dallas, Texas. I'm thinking they're in town. They want to see my dick, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, like, you don't come from Dallas, Texas to Los Angeles not to see what Graham is packing down south. No.
Want to see my dick.
So I start seeing them kind of like, they're being like springtimey with one another, laughing, giggling, casting eyes. And I'm like, maybe these are just like, maybe they're just like cute little Asian girls that are just like being like Pikachuing out, Like maybe they're just like really like fun, kind of like furry little like creatures. And so I'm trying to, spit whatever game I have. And they're not really giving it back to me, Gerard. They're not really.
Well, what kind of game is it, man?
Oh, dude, like I'm talking about. What was I talking about to them? I think I tried to play like, heads up 7 heads up 7-Up at one point.
Heads up 7-Up, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody put their heads down on the table?
Yeah.
I don't even know. How did you play that game? I remember it.
Heads up 7-Up. I mean, my version was just put your head down until you get a knock on it, and that's who your crush is. So it's like, you put your head down, it's kind of like a game of duck, goose.
And Sleeping Beauty.
And Sleeping Beauty, yeah. If they had like, they came together and made like a nice game. So I'm trying to work on this girl. There's two, and I'm like, either one will do. And I'm like, they're friends. Maybe, possibly, I'm gonna engage in a threesome because that's likely. But so they're hanging out, and all of a sudden one of them, so they're hanging out, and I see one of them kind of like brush up against the other one's leg. And I was like, girls do that. Girls like to touch one another because they're soft. And then I see them go to the bathroom together. I'm like, they're giggling too much. And then I was like, are these girls from Dallas lesbians? So I kind of like shouldered my buddy Alex and I said, do they munch rug? And he goes, yeah. Dude, the two girls at the party that I want were lesbians. And I think now, dude, like, I think you can tell a lesbian because, like, one of them, like, lesbians always kind of have, like, kind of wet hair. Like, this girl kind of had, like, wet hair the entire weekend. The other one had, like, a tattoo down her back, like, right down her spinal column, But one of them looked just like a lesbian. Like, one was in a dress for the wedding, and then right after the ceremony, put on a pair of baggy jeans and a white t-shirt.
Wow.
Like lesbians don't do dresses, I don't think. But one was a feminine, one was a feet, but the other one was just like straight up, I'll cut you. But they were nice. I haven't had a lot of really good experiences with. I feel like lesbians hate guys, or they're always annoyed with us.
They are annoyed when you come at them, like you're trying to get in their pants.
But like it's not our fault. Like I don't know. Like they're attractive girls. Like
right. You just gotta be better about not letting people know you're trying to get in their pants off the bat.
Yeah, but I feel like, even being nice to a lesbian is like, they're like, oh, this guy's just trying to get my pants.
Well, they've had to deal with some things.
Yeah, I guess they've had to do.
I mean, I had a great lesbian office mate a while ago. And, yeah, I mean, she was a great person, and we had a great time.
Like, together? Great time?
I mean, it was literally, she was very dude-like. But, yeah, we talked about hot chicks in the office.
Nice.
That kind of thing.
That's cool to, like, be a bro with a girl.
Yeah, I feel like guys are missing out on the gay experience because every woman has had a gay boyfriend at some point in her life.
Yeah,
like, not a literal, but has like a very close gay male friend that gets all the passes. Like Alex's her gay friend is coming to her bachelorette party.
Is it a gay ex lover?
No.
Okay.
No, not like literal boyfriend, but like
a boyfriend.
Yeah, you've not heard that expression. Gay boyfriend just means like a gay friend that
who
fulfills...
you used to fuck.
No. There's no fucking going on.
But a lot of girls have fucked dudes that were gay.
That's not what we're talking about here.
Yeah. Just like a boyfriend, a friend boy.
A friend boy.
A platonic friend boy.
Yeah. And he's gay and he's basically an honorary woman.
Damn.
See, I can tell you're missing out this experience in your life.
No, yeah. I mean, dude, I
having not even experienced the other side of the coin, but it'd be great for dudes to have lesbians as friends. I think it would be it's very helpful.
I just don't see a lot of lesbians out, like, in society, honestly. Like, I had a lesbian boss, and she was cool. Like, we connected because we wore the same shorts. Like, that's how, like, we got along, is we could be like, you like shorts down to your knees also.
Yeah.
And so that's how we got along. And she liked to wear like like polo shirts, like shirts with like that look like guy shirts. And so yeah, she was cool. She was cool.
Yeah, I think every guy should have that experience because it helps demystify women for you when all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're just a person. You have a vagina, but you also like to fuck chicks.
Yeah, and you also have like interest.
Yeah,
like you like.
Yeah, you have a personality.
You like Dave Matthews, and you're like, whoa, that's a curveball.
Yeah,
I like tossing frisbees, and they eat food and all that good stuff.
Yeah, they do all the things that guys do.
Yeah,
it's very good for understanding women as people and not solely as sexual objects. Which there's a time and a place for everything. That's what I say.
Yeah, there's a time and a place, and but yeah, dude, like it was just kind of crazy, seeing. I mean, not really. It wasn't that crazy. It was just like to see it out in the wild. Okay, I just got a comment. Graham kind of looks like a lesbian on chemotherapy. Thank you, thank you. I guess my facial hair isn't manly enough.
Yeah, it's not working, man.
It's not grown in. No, I'm keeping the facial hair, dude. Dude, there's a guy that I see at the gym who colors in his facial hair like with like a Sharpie. I'm like, dude, you ain't fooling no one. And he comes in and today it was like you could tell like he like missed the spot.
Is it a white guy?
I don't know what he is.
Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of like
he's got the dark hair.
He has the dark hair.
He's trying to get this tight ass
he gets
lines.
Really tight lines.
Is he going with the chin strap or the full?
He going with like a full thing, which is like.
Is it short though?
Yeah, it's
okay. So he's going for that like.
It's going like looks like he just painted.
Like 5 o'clock shadow.
5 o'clock shadow.
Like a 6-year-old boy trying to be a bum for Halloween, and they put the shoe polish on, give him the 5 o'clock shadow.
Dude, it kind of reminds me back when I was like 16 years old, dude. I wanted to buy like there was one gas station in town that would sell us cigarettes and like dipping tobacco, and I wanted to go myself to buy tobacco underage. So I thought it would be to get away with it because I had very boyish features. What I did was I cut hair from the back of my head and I glued it on my face. Like, yo, that
gangsta.
Dude, like talk about like not knowing yourself. Like when you're staring in the mirror and like you have like your own like head hair on your face and you use Elmer's glue to put it all together. Like, you got to think about things. And then I remember being in the parking lot and psyching myself up and being like, Graham, you got this. You have a mustache.
You're a bad motherfucker right now.
You know how patchy I look, dude? I look like I just crawled out of a sewer filled with like red pubic hair.
Yeah, rolling around in a barber shop or something.
Oh my God, dude. And I walked in there, chest out, puffed up, looked at the gas station clerk and said, "Can I have a pack of gum?"
Ooh, so you're a bad boy.
A bad boy that wants those smokes, but instead got a pack of Trident gum.
You wanted to buy some cigarettes, so we glued some hair up on his lip, but it didn't work, and he got some Wrigley's gum instead. Ooh.
It was a tough day, was a tough night. Returning home to my mama, thought I was gonna cry. Sat down at dinner, she said something's different. I said, don't look in my face. It's that winter. It's that 5 o'clock shadow. And she said, son, you haven't even hit puberty yet. I said, Mom, how do you know? She goes, I just know. I just know.
One day I'm gonna be a man, but until then I'll glue some hair onto my face.
Onto my boyish face.
But one day, yeah, I'm gonna be a man. But until then, I'll glue some hair upon my face and to my nutsack.
But the thing is, I didn't have nutsack hair then. So I went to what was natural. Chop, 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 and a little bit of glue. I became a man of who's who. I went from 16 to 22. 22 to who the fuck are you? He looked at me all funny. I looked at him like a gummy.
One day you're gonna be a man, yeah. I'll be a man, yeah. I'm gonna be a man someday. But until then, ooh, I'm gonna glue some pubes, yeah, on my face, yeah.
But I didn't have a Hyundai. Yeah, you know, there are times where, like, you know, it's good to grow up and it's good to get past certain things. And I'm lucky that, like, I don't have to do that anymore. Like, I do some pretty fucking random weird stuff, but I haven't glued hair on my face in a while. It's been 12 years. You know, it's been a second since I've done that. You know, but you know, back in the day, you had to do what you had to do to get that fucking sweet nicotine fix.
Yeah.
We had this kid in our school named Reggie D, and we nicknamed him that because he got regular deep throat. And that's how, dude, he was this public school kid that came to a private school.
Regular deep throat, man.
Regular.
Unpack that for me.
Regular deep throat. This guy was all like 100 pounds, but dude, he had like a swinging dick. He came from public school. And
Public school dick.
He had that public school dick, dude. And he stuttered. He was like, Reggie D. And then he had this motto. This was his motto for girls. If she old enough to bleed, she old enough to fuck.
That don't rhyme.
I know, it didn't even rhyme. You're looking for something cool to go along with it, you know. But dude, this guy, and he always wore a shirt tucked in, and that's a weird move because you didn't have to in my school, you know. But this guy, for some odd reason, had the hookup. He was 14. He was smoking like menthols, and he was white. So like, dude, he was down to business. This Reggie D. And dude, Reggie D was always plowing girls, but we never saw the girls he plowed. He would just always talk about them to us, and we would listen. And we're like, Reggie, when are we gonna meet these girls? And I don't think we ever did, dude. And Reggie was one of the dudes. So he was a businessman. He always had like, he always had like a book on like economics in his hand. And this is like in 8th grade, dude. And he was like, I'm going to start a stable business. He liked horses. And he wanted to be like an equestrian kind of guy. I think his idea was to actually own some kind of, I don't know, something along the lines of maybe a horse stable or... But dude, Reggie D was so smart that he didn't even graduate high school. And dude, and that was his choice also. He was like, I don't need this. And
he's getting tons of poon.
He's getting tons of poon. He's smoking all the cigarettes.
Yeah, he's got a fucking business book. What the fuck you need school for, man? You got poon, horses, business book, and cigarettes.
Fucking
cowboy.
And he had like subwoofers in his car, dude.
Oh man, this kid's got it all figured out.
Dude, his cars sound like pans just rattling. It was this guy, dude. And the thing about Reggie is he was scrappy. He was 100 pounds, but dude, he could beat up anyone because he was used to defending himself against bigger, blacker students, you know. And then he came to Kenneth Jackson Preparatory School, where, you know,
Whitehaven Academy.
Yeah, Whitehaven Academy, where like the medium build was just like, you know, kind of like a hot dog, like a lot of just very boyish features, you know. And he was like just so cut up, and all of us are just eating, you know, like school lunches and French fries and nachos and Dr. Peppers, and he was just like, dude, he was scrappy.
He's probably eating some horse meat, man.
Dude, probably so, man. His dad owned like a law company. And, you know, like, there's always, like, those suspicious people that when you ask what they do, they can never really answer it. That was Reggie and his dad. He's like, what does your dad do? He's like, he's a lawyer, but he's not one. You know? He's like, he owns a law website, but he's not a lawyer. He can't work on behalf of you. Okay, that answers 0 questions, and I have 100 more.
Yeah.
You know, but, yeah, I don't know what Reggie... I mean, I hope, you know, Reggie's doing good. But I honestly can't say. But yeah, he used to get cigs and fours also. And dude, back in the South, like, people like to dip, you know, people. And we had this guy named Watkins, dude. Watkins Buckley, dude. And he was a savage dipper. And I remember one time in history class in like 9th grade, dude, he was just posted up, back row, spitting into his own sock, dude. He took his sock off of his fucking foot and was spitting into that. Class is over, dude. He puts that sock right back on his foot, walks out like no big deal.
With a dip foot.
Dude, like walking around just squishy all day. Man. And then one time, dude, I had this golf job back in the day at the Jackson Country Club, man. And my interviews with this golf pro, he was kind of strangly also, and he had this huge dip in. We had this interview for like an hour, and I was like, something's off. And the thing is that throughout the entire hour, he never spit once. He was swallowing that shit, and that's how you know you're a Mississippi son, when you don't even do the thing that you're doing.
Yeah, the dudes swallow in Mississippi.
Yeah, but they swallow tobacco spit.
Among other things.
Among other things.
Look out!
What? Closeted gay people in the South. Ooh. Dude, I remember like one of my friends came out in college and his roommate got like a book on like it was like how to accept your like it was like those dummy books, like Business for Dummies. It was like how to be cool with your roommate coming out to you as a gay person for dummies. It was like a book like that.
I mean, pretty specific, but
it was the most specific book. He had like all these books about like how to handle it, and he ended up revoking this guy. I mean, straight up, and he moved out and of that guy's apartment. Man, he couldn't handle. Yeah. He couldn't handle the gay.
Dude, it's really difficult when you don't know. Like coming up, you know, I was accepting of gay people, but as a man, when you become sexual. And you realize that there's other dudes out there who want to fuck you, it takes a little time for guys to get used to that if they're not like taught, you know, to be cool with it.
Well, yeah,
it's like don't feel like some people will feel like that's homophobic, and it's like it's not. It's like I don't know what's going. I've never met a gay person, as an adult man.
Yeah,
I mean, I have, but I mean, when I was, turning
Yeah.
18, 19.
Yeah, this in the South, or in small town, like, dude, like this guy had never met a gay person.
Yeah.
And like my friend didn't want to fuck him.
Right.
But he just heard things.
Yeah, you don't.
You know,
it takes a little bit of time, and so our gay brothers and our gay listeners.
Yes.
Be forgiving if somebody is not educated and not, as long as they're not hating you, but they may not just understand what it's all about. They don't know, and it makes people uncomfortable who haven't been educated properly to like accept that. You can be accepting of gay people and still be like, you know what? I'm uncomfortable living with a gay man as a straight man.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think that's okay to be.
It's okay. I mean, but you should actually, but you should get over that. But don't feel ashamed if you have that feeling. I think it's a good thing to get over.
Yeah.
Just because you're like, oh, you realize there's nothing there. They're just you're a dude. They're a dude. They're a person. It's not,
Of course,
when you're a guy, you think about fucking so much when you're at that age that you think everything else is about that.
And like,
and if you would think it's like me being a dude living with a girl. That's, it's like, oh yeah, you were going to try to fuck her. You're a dude.
Yeah, obviously.
So, but.
And like, if the literature, honestly, there wasn't a big pool to draw from. So like, and for both parties, like for my friend who was gay, like coming out, like he didn't have any,
right.
He had no reference point for that. And he had no reference point about how his friends were going to respond to that. I mean, most of us were very cool and were like very accepting, but there were people that, that were very religious, that had never been outside of the Southeast, and like, dude, like, you just don't know. And that's just, it is like, the thing is like, even I was fairly closed-minded before I came out to LA. Like, dude, like, my world expanded big time, like before this. I mean, dude, I remember when I first got out to LA, I came to Easter service, and it was the Easter service in LA in the Valley, dude. And I'm in the church, and the pastor was like, "All right, guys, I want you to welcome the Gay Men's Choral Orchestra of Los Angeles." Dude, the chorus, dude, the choir was just beautiful gay men singing God's heavenly words. And then the pastor introduced himself as a homosexual.
It's beautiful.
And I was so shocked that I went outside and called my mom. And I was like, "You're not gonna believe this." Dude, I remember also our church back in the day, dude, had like beef against LA. Like, our pastor was like, Los Angeles is the land of Sodom and Gomorrah. This is where people do drugs and alcohol and sex, and gay sex happen. And I'm like, now that I'm here, I'm like, yes, true.
All kinds of sex
All
happens.
kind of sex happens
all
here.
All kinds of freaky deaky, plain to crazy sex.
Plain to crazy to anal. It just happens everywhere. And it happens in your town also. You think that, I don't know, Boise, Idaho, or like Lansing, Michigan is somehow not
gay.
Not gay. Guess what? It's gayer than you think.
It's gay everywhere.
Check your chimneys. There's a gay hanging out up there.
Yeah.
I bet you. Your drainage pipes, gay person. Your gutters, definitely a few gays up in there. You
got to clean out your gutters. Attic too.
Those are Jews, aren't they?
Well, the Jews are not everywhere, but gay people are.
We didn't have a lot of Jews in Mississippi, dude. Like, we had like 2, and they weren't even. So, yeah, they weren't even like. My friend Remy wasn't like. She wouldn't even ever admit it. My friend Bill wouldn't admit it either until I came out to L.A. And then I come back and I'm like, I don't want to say his last name, but it's like very, very Jewish. And I was like, dude, are you Jewish?
And, I just learned about Jews. I've been in Hollywood.
Dude, literally my whole life, this guy was Jewish. He never mentioned it one time. It took me being in LA for 4 years, coming back and asking my friend if he was Jewish, and he goes, guilty.
Oh, yeah, I'm guilty.
He goes, "This is not something I'm really proud about." I'm like, whoa, dude. It's okay. It's okay to be Jewish.
It's okay to be a Jew.
I feel uncomfortable already.
It's okay to be you. It's just positive, like, reaffirming song.
It's okay to me too.
It's okay to be gay.
It's okay to act flamboyant, yay.
And if you want to be a regular gay, that's okay.
That's okay. If you want to be a hero and you like it up the butt,
Ooh. If you are black, it's okay to like country music. Yeah.
and if you are white, then you should like country music.
You better like it, boy.
And if you are Asian, well then that's a certain type of persuasion.
It's time to wrap it up, man.
Oh,
We're at
God.
30 minutes.
I feel like that'd be a great. I really want to work on that. That's to be a great song. Oh, that's it. Yeah, dude. Wow, we didn't even. We have so much more to talk about, guys. Once again, hey, doesn't matter what color, creed, race, origin, gender you are, we love you from the bottom of our hearts, dude. I just want you to be happy. I want you to wake up and feel peace and joy. I want you to go throughout life just with a boner for it,
Boner for life, bro.
I want you to wake up for the boner for life. And I really do appreciate every single one of you guys, and every day is a blessing, even those ones that suck dick.
So, dance like nobody's listening, eat like nobody's watching, and love like there is no restraining order against you.
There you go, guys. This is my Tight Hamstrings. We're out of here. Graham Rogers, and as always, Gerard Bauer.
Woo!
Good night.